It's time for the news.
Coming for the Artemis 2 crew back with loved ones once again.
This is NBN News with Jane Goldsmith.
Good evening. Marathon talks between the US and Iran have failed to bring the Middle East any closer to peace. Tonight, questions are intensifying over the strength of the temporary ceasefire and the future of the Strait of Hormuz. 21 hours locked in negotiations, and at almost 7 o'clock in the morning, the US Vice President emerging with no deal.
The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
JD Vance announcing to the world that America is walking away, claiming Iran refused to back down on its demands.
But the simple fact is that we need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon, and they will not seek the tools that would enable them to quickly achieve a nuclear weapon.
It's been 46 years since talks of this level have been held. There was hope this could lead to a breakthrough. But after decades of hostilities, Iran and America were on the same ground, but not on the same page. Iran declaring that the United States made excessive demands. Another sticking point, the management of the Strait of Hormuz.
And now what we do is we'll open up the strait even though we don't use it.
The US now departing Islamabad with a final warning.
We leave here with a very simple proposal, our final and best offer. We'll see if the Iranians accept it.
As his deputy attempted to broker peace, America's commander-in-chief was fronting a roaring crowd. Donald Trump attending the UFC after declaring the US wins, no matter what.
Whether we make a deal or not makes no difference to me.
The question tonight, what happens to the 2-week ceasefire? Thousands of US troops remain in the region, and the other party to this war, Israel, earlier declaring the campaign is not over yet. Tonight, diplomacy hasn't offered a clear path forward. The Middle East now facing the very real threat of a resumption of war. In the United States, Lauren Kempe, NBN News. With peace talks falling apart, the focus turns to fuel and market security here at home. Here's political editor Charles Croucher.
Tomorrow morning, Australia's stock market will be one of the first to react to the negotiations breaking down. For now, Foreign Minister Penny Wong says she's disappointed. Canberra is urging Tehran and Washington to continue the ceasefire and get back to talks. The world will again look to the Strait of Hormuz tonight, knowing the longer this goes on, the more suffering in the Middle East and the more pain here as well. A small anti-war protest in Canberra, a long way from the big negotiations in Pakistan. But even if the war ends tomorrow, pain at the pump may not.
We don't know what damage has been done to infrastructure. We don't know how quickly shipping can resume as normal or what the consequences of all of that are.
The government has been working to secure Australia's fuel supply.
Tonight, the federal government set to roll out a $20 million campaign featuring tradies, truckies and public transport.
And save fuel for our truckies, farmers and essential services.
The government doesn't need to spend $20 million on an advertising campaign. The prices are doing that themselves at the bowser.
So many Australians want to do what they can to help, and this is really, a Team Australia moment where all of us can do a little bit, and every little bit helps.
Hello, Mike. I like your Sunday bike.
It's been nearly 50 years since Australia last aired commercials prioritising petrol, around the time of the last Iran-led oil crisis.
Businessmen, why don't you share with friends? There's at least a dozen ways to save our petrol.
The new ads featuring clothes this time, promoting public transport where possible and more efficient uses of vehicles.
Frankly, I don't think Australians want to be lectured by taxpayer-funded political propaganda about driving less. They want a government that does its job.
The oil crisis is forcing an entire rethink of the way Australia produces fuel, including fuel for planes. Tonight, a new push for sustainable aviation fuel to be made here.
The fact that we, basically grow canola here, then we ship it overseas, turn it into sustainable aviation fuel and then buy it back is nuts.
Charles Croucher, NBN News.
A big change is on the horizon for 1 million commuters across New South Wales. Concession holders and pensioners will soon be able to use their own credit and debit cards to claim discounted public transport fares and weekly caps.
The metro speeding into the city this morning. What these passengers didn't know, up above at Central Station, the Transport Minister had a welcome surprise.
There's a lot we can't control at the moment about the world, but we can help people keep their cost of living down, and this measure will do that.
Up until now, those eligible for a lower cap on their fares have had to use their Opal card, but many are losing out by using their regular card and paying full fare. Now, 1 million passengers will be able to use their credit or debit card and get the discount.
It means that now if you want to use your phone, if you want to use your card, if you're enrolled with the Transport website, you can use that and have that ease of convenience.
If seniors, pensioners and concession holders forget their Opal cards, their registered credit or debit card will give them the same benefits. The adult fare is capped at $50 a week. For concession holders, TAFE and uni students and apprentices, the cap is just $25 a week. For seniors, it's $2.50 a day. 19-year-old Jonah Taylor is an electrical apprentice.
Using my phone will make it a lot easier to travel around because I keep all my cards, all my insurances, all my licenses on there. So it'll be a lot easier to use this concession card.
The first stage of the system will be rolled out this Thursday, available to the state's 70,000 TAFE students. All they've got to do is log into the Transport website and link their credit or debit card. The website is transportnsw.info. The upgrade will be progressively rolled out to other concession holders and seniors. Mark Burrows, NBN News.
New South Wales drivers are taking matters into their own hands, dobbing in petrol stations doing the wrong thing. In less than a month, Fair Trading has carried out 2,300 inspections, issuing over 140 penalty notices, more than 50 of those thanks to a Bowser Buster scheme.
Bowser Busters allows members of the public to report non-compliance. So if a member of the public sees that the price at the petrol pump is different to the price on the app, then they can report it to Fair Trading through the app.
In New South Wales, 17 stations have run dry, while 95 are out of diesel. A car has been destroyed by flames on the M1 at Wyong on the Central Coast. Emergency crews arrived to extinguish the blaze just after 12:30. A small grass fire was also put out. Firefighters say the inferno was caused by a mechanical fault. No injuries were reported. A man remains in a critical condition following a citizen's arrest in Murwillumbah last week. Police responded to reports of a man acting suspiciously and attended a home on Bellevue Avenue early on Wednesday morning. There they say they discovered two men had taken matters into their own hands, detaining a 34-year-old man on the footpath. He was rushed to a Gold Coast hospital with serious injuries. Investigations continue and police want witnesses to come forward. Meanwhile, police are appealing for help to locate a man missing for almost 2 months. Jaron McDonald was last seen on February 19 at Byron Bay. There are concerns for the 36-year-old's welfare as he lives with a number of health issues. He's described as being around 186 centimetres tall, with brown hair and a brown beard. Police believe he may have travelled to Brisbane by bus. A parcel of land deemed surplus by the New South Wales government is causing a stir in the small community of Valor, south of Coffs Harbour. Spanning a little more than 3 hectares, it's been earmarked for its potential to host up to 60 homes.
Originally set aside for a school, in just 10 days, this parcel of land on Langsford Way will go under the hammer. But the community isn't happy.
It's just devastating to think that state government has just, without any consultation with the local council or the community, decided it's surplus.
Locals today expressing grave concerns over the environmental impact, with the site home to around 30 bird species, including black cockatoos, as well as wallabies and kangaroos.
It's somewhere they live, it's their home, and that will go. Like if there's 60 houses in there, that's all going to go. All those trees will go.
The community also questioning the feasibility of affordable housing at the site when the average cost of a dwelling in Valor sits at around $920,000. While also pointing to additional supply coming through nearby Valor urban growth area, where plans to build a new suburb are well underway.
And there's going to be 700 homes, industrial, school, shops and facilities.
In a statement, Property and Development New South Wales told NBN News an independent ecological study did not identify significant environmental risks from development, and any development activity has appropriate oversight from the planning system and Nambucca Valley Council's Environment Plan.
I hope as a community that they'll listen to us and save our last nature corridor.
Alison Paul, NBN News.
The iconic Clock Tower Hotel on Grafton's Main Street has been sold for $10.5 million. There's been a pub at the site since 1860, first known as the Commercial Hotel. The building was destroyed by fire in 2002 and was reconstructed in 2008, reopening under its current name. Work has begun on the Westport Link pathway in Port Macquarie, which aims to improve recreational access to the foreshore. The project includes a new jetty, boat ramp and lighting. Hollingworth Street car park spaces will be limited as construction gets underway, while walkway access to Coolanbung Creek may be closed for several days. The project is expected to be complete by June 30. Organisers behind Rotary Port Macquarie's annual book sale have hailed this year's event their biggest and most successful yet. 3,000 people came through the doors of the Panthers Club over 3 days, seeking out something special from the 25,000 books on offer.
Bags, boxes and even shopping trolleys filled to the brim. The region's bookworms turned out in droves this weekend on the hunt for their next page-turner.
This is like a treasure trove.
Lots of cookbooks about cookies. The children's section proving to be the most popular. Parents on the prowl for affordable school holiday activities.
Just to inculcate her reading habit and have the wonder that comes with reading books.
And she's just devouring books at the start.
It's the largest fundraising event of the year for Port Macquarie's Rotary Club. In its 26th year, volunteers have raised a record $30,000.
You see so many people that need that little bit of assistance, and there's a lot of people in our community who want to help and but don't quite know how to do it. And so they come together on these sort of projects.
The mammoth effort over 12 months in the making couldn't be done without the support of Air Force cadets from the 317 Squadron in Taree, providing the muscle power.
They've been keen to help, and some kids have been so excited they've come back for multiple days rather than just the one day that they put their hand up for.
While another chapter has closed on Rotary Port Macquarie's annual book sale, there's still a chance for the region's bibliophiles to bargain hunt. The Rotary bookstore is open every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
There's so many worthy causes, but some of these rely heavily on getting that little bit extra from us, and because of this we're able to do that.
Rotary Lower Mid-North Coast will also have its twice-yearly book fair starting July 10. Kate Parsons, NBN News.
And looking at the weather for the North Coast and the Gold Coast now, it felt a little bit more like autumn today, a top of 25 in Taree, 26 at Kempsey, although still warm in Grafton, reaching 30 degrees, a top of 29 in Lismore, 20 to 26 the range at Byron Bay, and 28 at Coolangatta, 19 for Glen Innes. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead. Tensions flare as Russia and Ukraine accuse each other of violating a ceasefire agreement. Troubling new figures, a trip to the doctor costing more for some in regional New South Wales. And a hero's welcome for the Artemis crew, reunited with families after their incredible moon mission.
By the Australia Institute, Canberra.
Australian sport.
Hungry Jack's is bringing home the bacon. The OG Baconator. Flame-grilled Aussie beef. Sizzling bacon. On bacon. On bacon. On more bacon. The Baconator range. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
At Carpacall, we're the experts in all things flooring. This is Brad. Brad's an expert in our warehouse. This is Lee, and he's an expert in hard flooring. This is Mary, and Mary's an expert in rugs. This is Craig. Craig's an expert in carpet. This is Tanya. She's an expert. This is Maddie. She's an expert. And this is the original expert.
Call, Carpacall. The experts in the trade.
Ready to switch on vacation mode? Download the Saily eSIM app and stay connected while travelling. Save big on roaming charges. Stay connected in more than 200 destinations. Pick a flexible mobile data plan that suits your vacation and surf safer with Saily's security features. Get the Saily eSIM deal now.
A one-on-one with my evil boss? Don't freak out. Go to your happy place. The gentle lapping of water. Cute doggo. Bin chicken. Ew.
Between. We service the towns, the villages, the coast and the country. Because local knowledge takes local people. Wherever you are in our regions, you're within reach. Lifestyle. We've got you covered.
Best sheds, up to 40% cheaper. Triple garages, 8,900. Four-car garage, 7,500.
Best Sheds, massive 25% off Easter sale.
Call Best Sheds on 1-800 15 17 18.
New data has revealed that regional New South Wales is leading the country with a record surge in 100% bulk billing sites, but it comes at a cost to those who can't access the scheme.
Accessing affordable and quality healthcare has long been a challenge for local families, now more than ever. A new study showing more regional clinics are switching to a full bulk billing model compared to those in metropolitan areas. CleanBill's April Blue report finding around 51% of daytime GP clinics in regional New South Wales are offering 100% bulk billing, the highest rate in the country. But it comes at a cost for those who can't access the Medicare perk. The average out of cost at a non-bulk billing clinic has risen 13.5% in 12 months, now averaging roughly $50 in regional areas.
These are just averages, and it's possible to find clinics all up and down that range.
In the Hunter, there are 27 daytime practices that offer 100% bulk billing, while Lake Macquarie is flagged as a cold zone with far fewer options.
If you're in a regional area or a rural area, it's less likely that you'll have options when it comes to going to visit a GP. It may just be the case that there's one GP that's within driving distance of you.
But health professionals say it reflects only a small part of the story.
This particular part of the healthcare system review increases bulk billing rates to some people, but perhaps not in an equitable way for everybody and the population at large.
While there is a steady increase in bulk billing, the Hunter GP Association says it does not address all barriers within the healthcare system.
We want you to be able to see a doctor in your local area during the daytime, in after hours. We want you to have quick service in emergency and be seen by a specialist anytime you need it.
Bianca Werrett, NBN News.
Back in Houston and in the arms of their loved ones, the Artemis II crew is officially home. The astronauts today offering powerful reflections on their spectacular journey to the stars, a journey that NASA is keen to follow up.
A hero's welcome for the Artemis II crew. Back in Houston after their record-breaking ride around the moon. Technicians now inspecting the new look Orion capsule. Its heat shield a little worse for wear after its re-entry to the Earth's atmosphere, but it held up. All 4 astronauts delivered back safely.
Everybody was out there like cheering. It was the best.
Reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you for taking care of our families. This was not easy. Being 200,000 plus miles away from home.
Now reflecting on where they started.
Our mission manager, Sean Duvall, knocking on my door in crew quarters and whispering, "Christina, we're go for launch. Get up."
Absorbing how far they've been.
The gratitude of seeing what we saw, doing what we did, and being with who I was with. It's a special thing to be a human, and it's a special thing to be on planet Earth.
This was labelled a mission for all humanity, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
We are a mirror reflecting you. And if you like what you see, then just look a little deeper. This is you.
Artemis II's crew delivering one last call for us all to find common ground.
Planet Earth, you are a crew.
There is no rest for NASA. The plan is for a lunar landing near the moon's south pole in 2028, and then a full-blown base set up on the surface within the decade.
It takes courage, it takes determination, and you all are freaking going, and we are going to be standing there supporting you every single step of the way in every possible way possible.
In the United States, Reed Butler, NBN News.
Lauren Kempe joins us now for a quick look at the weather. And Lauren, we certainly felt it this morning. The autumn chills arrived.
Yes, it certainly has, Jane. It was an icy morning for many in the northwest, central coast and in the Hunter as cool air and southerly winds from a powerful cold front in the country's southeast pushed north. And today's gorgeous sunshine is set to stay. A large high pressure system has centred itself over Australia, so we can expect mostly blue skies through to next weekend. Yellow icons right across northern New South Wales tomorrow and close to freezing temperatures to start the day in Armidale before topping out at 22 degrees there, 24 the top in Taree and 23 in Newcastle. And Jane, I'll have some more details a little later.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Lauren. Coming up, hundreds arrested in a mass demonstration in central London. The new free tool to help Australians fund their retirement. And retro gaming seeing a resurgence. How picking up a controller could be good for your mental health.
My NRMA Rewards members get $400 in first bill credits when they switch their electricity and gas to Engie. Choose the Engie NRMA plan and it's possible.
And you know, hearing loss isn't just about volume. Actually, it's more like the brain working overtime. That's why it's absolutely essential that the right hearing aid is precisely fine-tuned just for you.
Book an appointment with a Specsavers hearing expert.
At Specsavers Audiology, your ears won't get ripped off. With a range of style and tech, even AI-powered hearing aids. There's something for every price point, plus a full year of aftercare with every purchase. Compare your pair at Specsavers Audiology.
At Zurich, we don't just cover, we care about you and your loved ones. So we're here to support you when you need it most.
With no waiting periods for claims and consults with psychologists and counsellors, Medibank's mental health cover is designed to be used. Search Medibank Mental Health. Live better with Medibank.
Potentially amazing.
I'm off, fellas. You're not going to drive, are you? No, I'll get a ride, hun.
I've got Ange coming. Jump in with us.
Cool, that works.
Let's all say yeah, nah to drink driving.
Renault Duster, from $34,990 to $42,820 drive away.
It's on again, our 39th year of pure fun in the Bay. The Byron Bay Property Sales Ocean Swim Classic and the Byron Bay Chocolate Company Mini Swim, presented by the Byron Bay Winter Whales, is on Sunday, May 3. Enter now and join us for Australia's best ocean swim. All proceeds go to local charities and organisations. The Byron Bay Property Sales Ocean Swim Classic and the Byron Bay Chocolate Company Mini Swim, Sunday, May 3. Don't miss it. And we'll see you in the Bay in May.
For over 100 years, Somerville Laundry Lomax has been providing legal support to individuals, families and businesses. When you need someone who'll stand beside you, turn to the team trusted by generations. Somerville Laundry Lomax, for all matters when it matters most.
Best sheds, up to 40% cheaper. Farm sheds, $12,500. Industrial buildings, $19,300.
Best Sheds, massive 25% off Easter sale.
Call Best Sheds on 1-800 15 17 18.
Only a few hours in, and Russia and Ukraine have already accused each other of violating a temporary peace agreement put in place for Orthodox Easter. Vladimir Putin declared a 32-hour ceasefire coordinated with a prisoner of war exchange that saw more than 180 Ukrainians return home. While artillery fire seems to have paused, there have been claims of drone attacks on both sides of the border. A mass demonstration in London has ended with more than 500 arrests. The rally was held in opposition to the UK government's ban of the group Palestine Action, which was recently ruled unlawful by the High Court. A man in his 40s has been arrested after this incident in the Republic of Ireland. He's accused of entering a restricted area of an airport and tampering with a US military aircraft. He allegedly climbed on top of the C-130 Hercules transport plane, hacking at the fuselage and wing with a hatchet. Australians are growing increasingly anxious about their golden years, worried they won't have enough to retire as cost of living pressures soar. Now ASIC is stepping in with a new toolkit to help take back control.
When Lucinda Hartley was divorced 5 years ago, a looming concern became super and retirement savings.
You're forced to start thinking long term in a way that you might not have otherwise.
And when she spoke to Angela Harbison, aka the Separation Guide, she discovered how common this issue is.
8 out of 10 women will not know their own super balance, let alone the balance of their partner.
Whether it's a sudden life change or just rising costs and dwindling savings, ASIC says a growing number of Australians are worried about funding their retirement.
A lot of people feel confused and overwhelmed by all the information that's thrown at them about their superannuation and retirement, and that can leave people actually not taking any action.
So the regulator has introduced a suite of free tools to the Money Smart website aimed at helping pre-retirees plan and budget, tackle debts and understand their super, all while steering clear of scams.
It's designed for everybody. You don't have to be an expert, and it can give you information that's right for your individual circumstances.
Australia's superannuation system is often called the envy of the world, with about $4.5 trillion sitting in the money jar right now. Despite that, close to half of all Australian pre-retirees say they have low financial literacy and low confidence in managing their money going into retirement. And with costs rising, some of those concerns can now be addressed for free online.
And once you have that, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I feel better now. I know what to do. I'm feeling much more secure in my position now, but it really did take going through a few steps back in order to get there. And that's pretty confronting.
Chris Kohler, NBN News.
It's been a long time between full-strength drinks at stadiums in Western Sydney and Newcastle. For the first time in 15 years, footy fans can sip on any beer they like. The state government overturning licensing rules imposing mid-strength beers.
There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to share time with family and friends at the footy and a full-strength beer, regardless of where you live. It has been a real case of a very unequal system.
A 6-month trial found there was no increase in intoxication at the grounds where full-strength beer is served. In an age of virtual reality, it's retro video games that are seeing a resurgence. More Australians are picking up the controller as part of their digital disconnect, and some experts are saying a hit of nostalgia could level up your mental health.
Inside Bolini's garage, a joystick journey back in time. A retro gaming rewind with nostalgia nestled between every case.
Original PlayStation on this side, and then PlayStation 2 over here.
Every cartridge, and even the big beige box computer with rollerball mouse and
a dial-up modem.
Bo and his wife Emily have spent 20 years on this collection.
Started off as nostalgia. We learned that we had the same passion for gaming. It just brings back so many memories from being a kid in the 80s and 90s.
Now a full-time career with hundreds of thousands of social media followers, sharing rare finds and even scouring hard rubbish collection for old televisions, chasing a simple experience in the growing digital disconnect.
It's become an escape from what's become such a connected online world. You don't have to worry about DLCs, notifications constantly asking you to buy something.
In Australia, even major retailers are now stocking 25-year-old games again, part of a growing $3.5 billion global industry. Recent studies have also shown that little hit of nostalgia can also benefit your mental health, almost like passing that Mario level or beating the boss in Street Fighter 2. Excuse me.
Nostalgic gaming can be good for experiences when you're feeling lonely or feeling out of sorts, because you get to reconnect with something.
Short-term boosts to life satisfaction, a sense of achievement, as well as family connection and personal identity.
Sometimes the game honestly wasn't that important. It was the cousins they played with, the smell of the turkey on the holiday in the basement around the Nintendo. It's about as close as we can come to a time machine.
And all the memories that come with it. Ned Baum, NBN News.
Good for your mental health. I think teenagers will be using that line for years to come now. It's time for sport, though, with Adam Murray. And the Knights' defence was torn apart this afternoon, Adam.
Good evening, Jane. The Tigers put 42 points on them at Campbelltown to extend their winning run to the longest they've experienced in 8 years. The highlights next. Also ahead, the damning assessment of the Eels from coach Jason Riles after they conceded 50 to the Titans. And the Jets set to fly into the pinnacle of Asian football.
A one-on-one with my evil boss? Don't freak out. Go to your happy place. The gentle lapping of water. Cute doggo. Bin chicken. Ew.
Yep.
Mommy, this is disgusting.
Wow, you guys look just like twins. Anybody ever tell you that?
It's not fair. I'm not a housewife. I work too.
Yeah.
I can see you now.
What is it you think it's your job to fix?
Mom, it was barely just a tap.
Don't call me Mom.
New car time? New car time.
That one.
Buy the right car right now at drive.com.au.
We can help you get your garden thriving.
A Zito 18-volt blower kit, only $89.98. Garden Basics 25-litre all-purpose potting mix, just $4.10.
Get gardening without huge range. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
I love having my mum stay, but it can cost a lot, so I'm just going to spend less on her. Amazon has low prices on everything I need, like nice wine glasses, so she can't say, why don't you have nice wine glasses?
Why don't you have nice wine glasses?
We do! An iron, so she thinks I iron. And fancy hand soap that smells like flowers and stuff.
Gardenia.
Okay. Thanks. So spend less on your mum with Amazon.
I heard that.
What does it mean? Being inbound.
That's real well-being.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness with 50% off a select range of mattresses and 30% off selected furniture. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. This sale is for a limited time only. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Would you like to win a $5,000 dream holiday of your choice? Take out a new home loan with Summerland Bank before June 15, and you'll go into the draw to win. Keep it simple and be rewarded with a $5,000 holiday voucher for you to plan your dream getaway through Hello World Travel. We're local, ethical, and customer owned. Apply online today or visit us in branch. Summerland Bank. Terms and conditions apply.
Our livestock management equipment is designed to deliver day after day, withstanding harsh conditions, from crushers to feeders and complete yard systems. We have plenty of options for your farm and plenty of advice too. Borden Brothers, equipment as resilient as you.
For the first time in 8 years, the West Tigers have recorded 3 straight wins, a dominant 42-22 victory over the Knights, moving them into second place on the ladder. An injured Jerome Luai was playful in the sheds. The Knights lost Tyson Frizzell to a rib injury early in the second half, and the Tigers kept piling. But it was the Knights with more to worry about this afternoon, conceding 42 points.
Oh, what about that deception?
Marshall wouldn't have been impressed with his side's final 10 minutes.
And Hunt's over the top of Buller. Well, that doesn't happen to him.
Coach Jason Riles has accused the Eels of lacking fight and spirit in a 52-10 thrashing by the Gold Coast. Making matters worse for Parramatta, more injuries added to an ever-growing casualty list. It's hard to tell if it was Eels fans or players who had a worse afternoon.
Didn't see it coming, and yeah, some not real good signs there. And some individuals made some decisions that hopefully they wouldn't make again.
Blue and gold fans booing their team off the park at full time.
Well, we just got 50 put on us at our home ground, so the fans are well within their right to be doing that.
The Eels adding Sam Tuiva'iti and Kelma Tuolangi to an already long injury list, while Junior Barlow is playing through the pain of a knee problem. Para on the lookout for mid-season reinforcements, potentially Jaden Sewer, if the Dragons release him early.
We do have the ability to do that, but that's something that we'll have to look at with our recruitment team during the week.
Luke Duffy, NBN News. The Roosters have pulled off their biggest comeback in 16 years, beating the Sharks 34-22 in Perth after trailing 16-0. Although it didn't affect the result, Trent Robinson was still fuming after a disruptive penalty on Robert Toya denied the Chooks a try.
That's gone too far. That was a clear example of two guys in a contest, both guys looking at the ball. I mean, that's an overcompensation. You know, if someone tries to defend that, then we're heading in the wrong direction.
The Roosters are now 8th on the ladder. Craig Bellamy has one of the biggest challenges of his coaching career on his hands after the Storm lost their 4th straight game. His fiery halftime words unable to inspire Melbourne at home, who went down 38 points to 14 to the Warriors.
There's a lot of things going wrong, so yeah, we're all got to have a good hard look at ourselves. We done a lot of work on our defence this week, and I just went to the pub and had a couple of beers.
The win ended New Zealand's 18-game, 11-year losing streak against the Storm. Newcastle salvaged a 1-1 draw with Adelaide at home last night and clinched a lucrative spot in the AFC Champions League Elite next season. The Jets now in a two-way battle with Auckland for the A-League's Premier's Plate. Daniel Wilmering scored more than just a stoppage-time equaliser. He booted Newcastle into Asia's pinnacle tournament.
They've achieved a lot of things this year for themselves and for the Newcastle Jets, and more importantly for the football fans in Newcastle.
For just the 3rd time in the club's history, the Jets will feature in the AFC Champions League Elite after guaranteeing at least a top 2 finish in the A-League.
We're not taking our foot off the throttle by any means. As I said, there's still a lot there for this group to go and get, this group to go and achieve, and they're extremely hungry to do so.
A maiden Premier's Plate is next in the Jets' sights. They hold a 3-point advantage over the second-placed Auckland, who had to come back twice yesterday to draw with Melbourne Victory.
We were trying to win the football game at the end. There was really only one team trying to win it, and it was us, because we want to win the Premier's Plate again.
Coach Steve Corica was left seeing red during the 2-2 draw at home.
That red card is probably been building up for some time, and today when, you know, what we think and when you look at the replays are blatant fouls and they're not being given, I think the frustration just boiled over.
The Jets are next to face victory at Amy Park on Friday night. Will Dobson is in doubt after succumbing to concussion in last night's draw.
Yes, we have a couple out, which is unfortunate, but we're starting to get people sort of towards the peak of their powers.
Sam Kerr was on the score sheet as the Matildas opened their FIFA series in Nairobi with a 5-0 win over Malawi. The match gave some younger players a chance to star. Midfielder Letitia McKenna scoring on debut. Australia plays host Kenya on Wednesday night. After the break, moving day nerve from Rory McIlroy sets up a thrilling final day at the Masters, and Jess Hull dusts herself off at the Australian Athletics Championships.
If life's a journey, why not enjoy the ride? Take a back seat. Let someone else do the driving. Enjoy a moment together, or a moment to yourself. Watch the world go by and relax. Take it easy. Take the time to listen, to see, to smile. There are more than 365 destinations, but we're all about the journey. New South Wales Trainlink will take you there. Search New South Wales Trainlink and book your ticket today.
Can leave you feeling
Exhausted, run down,
cooked up. If you're one of the many women whose ferrous iron leaves you feeling constipated, switch to Multifer for less constipation. A therapeutic formula clinically proven to correct iron deficiency. It can be taken anytime with food and without vitamin C. Move to Multifer and feel the difference.
What if you could have your future investment watched like a hawk? They have a field vision of 278 degrees and can spot opportunities over incredible distances and from great heights. At Vision Super, we put expert eyes on the end prize. We'll pursue our members' retirement goals, keep strong returns in sight, and put a sharp focus on growing your super. Vision Super. Super Vision.
The home reno sale is on now at Beacon with 20% off store-wide. From fans and pendants to switches and downlights, everything is 20% off. It's the home reno sale on now at Beacon.
Maybe I got a sweet price because I nailed saying jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Is it?
Maybe Subway just has bueno deals.
Bueno. I'm fresher.
The new Subway nacho snack from $6.
So, yeah. Jalapeno.
Sapphire Smiles Dental Care. Visit our clinic and friendly experienced team, ready to take care of you and the family. Priding ourselves on expert dental advice and treatments. Next to Chemist Warehouse, Canelabar. Sapphire Smiles Dental Care.
The big noise in tools is Summerland Tool Supplies. No matter what trade you're in, you'll find the top power tool brands at great prices. Handyman or professional, get the job done fast with the right tool. Summerland Tool Supplies, 137 to 141 Johnson Street Casino.
Lazy Boy, world famous comfort. The biggest sale of the season is here. With 30% off all Lazy Boy furniture. Save big on all recliners, sofas and modulars, and lift chairs.
That's better!
Ladies and don't miss Beatlemania on tour, the world's best magical mystery live show touring Australia.
Hey June. Dark Court 23rd, Dark Casino 24th April.
This report brought to you by Somerville Laundry Lomax for all matters when it matters most.
Jason Day insists anything can happen in the final round of the Masters, the Aussie within striking distance of a maiden green jacket at Augusta. Day is just 3 shots off the leaders after defending champion Rory McIlroy stumbled in the 3rd round.
Defending the biggest second-round lead in Masters history, Rory McIlroy looked and played like a man under pressure.
That's a shocking bogey.
Prayers couldn't have saved him on a disastrous trip around Amen Corner.
Wow.
A double on 11 followed up with a bogey on 12.
Never seemed like he knew what he wanted to do there.
His 6-shot lead gone, his spirits quickly sinking. The defending champion posting a roller coaster 1 over par to enter the final round at 11 under.
You know, I'm still tied for the best score going into tomorrow, so I can't forget that, but I do know I'm going to have to be better if I want to have a chance to win.
McIlroy's misery opened the door for the lurking chasing pack, now tied with the defending champion, world number 3, Cameron Young.
Look out for this man.
He shot a sizzling 7 under on one of the easiest moving days in Masters history.
Oh, can you believe it?
Major winner Shane Lowry is just 2 shots back, thanks in large part to this incredible hole-in-one.
Look at this. Look at this!
6 players now within 4 shots of the lead, among them Australian Jason Day. A 4-under round putting him in the hunt for a maiden green jacket.
I feel like the guys that are leading right now have all the pressure. I'm just I'm the chaser.
Nicole Dunn, NBN News.
Olympic silver medalist Jess Hull has pushed through the pain of whiplash, grazes and bruises to win the national 5,000 metres title. The adopted Novocastrian fell in the 1500 on Friday, but dusted herself off, pulling clear in the final stages.
It's been a hard 24 hours. I think we can all acknowledge that, and that's okay, but it's how you get back up. And from the moment I was in the call room, there were kids there just so happy to see that I was going to line up, and that's all I was thinking about that last 200 was just do it for the kids.
Lachlan Kennedy ran sub-10 seconds for the second day in a row to win the 100-metre crown for withdrawing from a rematch with Gout in the 200 to avoid burnout. Lake Macquarie's Ashlyn Blackstock also won a national title this afternoon, staging a major upset in the women's discus final. She's now put herself in the frame to be part of Australia's Commonwealth Games team. Newcastle trainer Chris Lees is likely still pinching himself after a special day at Randwick yesterday, starting with a 6th provincial midweight title with Lord of Biscay. Changing of the guard later stunned everyone to win the Sydney Cup.
We set after the Melbourne Cup. We ran a bold race in the Melbourne Cup. Said we'll save them for Sydney. So it was a good plan and happy to get the win.
It was Lee's 19th Group 1. The Northern Hawks closed out Newcastle Rugby League's season-opening Magic round in dramatic fashion last night, scoring late to beat Lakes 18-16. It was the Hawks' first win in over 600 days and Steve Simpson's first game in charge. South also picked up 2 competition points, defeating Cessnock 40 points to 12. Former Knight Lachlan Fitzgibbon scored in his comeback match with his junior club. Returning now to the NRL, and it was a tough night for Balliner's Nick Meaney and the Storm against the Warriors. Despite opening the scoring for Melbourne, the visitors recorded a drought-breaking 38-14 win to see the Storm suffer a 4th straight loss. The Tweed Seagulls have returned from the Easter break re-energised, coming away from their matchup with South Logan Magpies on top. With much to prove after a round 4 loss to Townsville, the Seagulls started out strong, scoring twice in the first 15 minutes. They kept that momentum up to finish the game 36 points to 12. The Seagulls head north to take on the Mackay Cutters next Saturday. The Coffs Coast Festival of Rugby has come to a close, the week-long celebration of the sport thrilling with a number of international fixtures.
6 rugby matches played across Grafton, Kempsey and Coffs Harbour, spanning the past week.
This is elite level sport, international level sport.
Last night, the final 2 games were played at Coffs Harbour's International Stadium.
We watched Fiji versus Stockman's in the first game. Stockman's won, so go the Aussies. And then, of course, the wonderful Japan versus the Australian under-20s, which was fantastic.
In Game 1, Fiji under-20s went down to the Australian Stockmen 5-20. The second match also saw a win for the Aussies, with the under-20s overcoming Japan under-23s 38-24.
An amazing vibe, really good numbers, really good attendance, so more than last year, which is fantastic.
The week kicked off with 2 games played in Grafton last weekend, then moved south to Kempsey.
There was really good crowds. All the locals got out and supported it, and then people came from all over the place to come and watch it because it's good rugby, and people will go and watch good sport.
And there are plans to grow the festival next year.
We're hoping for some other teams, maybe a couple of other countries as well. And look, this year we got to share with Kempsey and and Grafton, which is a really important piece. You know, we want to grow the whole mid-north coast.
Alison Paul, NBN News.
And that's sport.
Thank you, Adam. Local weather's next.
Over 2 massive nights.
Is it true you've been sending bikini photos to Danny?
I'm just too goddamn pretty.
The reunion event next.
1,000 seems like a lot, but neither.
Just think of a thing.
It's 17, 20 Aussie dollars. What are the transfer fees? 0.
We're not you, but when it comes to sending foreign currency, we can be your W.
At the Australian Federal Police, everyday people do legendary work in over 200 diverse roles around Australia and the world. Everyday people, legendary work.
Who's at the door?
I'm so sorry. It was an accident.
Make me big again.
The thing is,
I'm gonna die? Tiny?
you're not gonna die tiny. You'll be safe in the dollhouse. This is kind of nice.
Except for the tiny elephant in the room.
The Miniature Wife. Stream now, only on Stan.
Needs a little light.
Needs a lot of love.
Refinance?
Go for it. The tapping.
The timing.
The potential.
Birthday present.
Numbers.
Looking good.
Expansion. I have a new idea.
Whatever role you need us to play, we're your partner for every stage. More than money. McCain, born to share.
Don't lose hope. Here's a low-cost option. We've helped thousands of dogs.
This is Kirkapet K9. It's Australia's first and only curcumin product for dogs, which may help to relieve the pain of arthritis.
Within the third tablet, it was the biggest difference.
Been treating dogs with arthritis here at Galston Veterinary Clinic for 7 years with Kirkapet since we started the original testing. Since then, over 60,000 dogs have tried Kirkapet K9.
Go to k9health.com.au. I have a sample pack, 2 weeks worth, made up for your dog. That only costs $10, which is really just postage and handling. It's pretty simple. 2 weeks worth of pills, see if they work.
What about Uncle Frank? He's a lawyer.
Everyone's full of advice, but when you really need a compensation lawyer, choose lawyers a lawyer would choose. Carol and O'Day.
Light showers cleared across the region today, setting us up for a sunny afternoon along the coast. Overnight temperatures should drop significantly tomorrow, and we could be in for some foggy mornings as well as high pressure digs its heels in this week. We had light showers over Victoria, eastern parts of South Australia and other isolated parts of the country overnight, and Tasmanians once again woke to snow on the mountains after this weekend's decent snow dump. Much of that state has bore the brunt of howling winds in the last couple of days as a powerful cold front produced gusts of more than 100 kilometres an hour. Moving offshore now, it will generate a pumping swell along the northern New South Wales coast, but really most of the country will enjoy a relatively clear satellite image for most of this week. We have a large blocking high keeping pretty much all of Australia dry for at least the next few days. However, far north Queensland will be the exception to the rule, where ex-tropical cyclone Mela should bring heavy rain by around Wednesday. And by next weekend, some of this will slowly start to seep into the Northern Territory. Tomorrow, the country's capital will shiver through icy overnight lows. Canberra is down to just 2 degrees tomorrow before reaching a top of 20. Sydney won't be much warmer, only getting up to around 24 degrees. And mostly sunny skies with a warmer day on the way for Brisbane, reaching a maximum of 29. A cool morning before sunshine warmed the day locally. We topped out at 25 degrees at Yamba, 27 at Evans Head, a little warmer in Casino, a top of 30 degrees, and 26 the top at Cape Byron. Light, predominantly southerly winds for for most of the day tomorrow and remaining clear overhead again. A very dry atmosphere with stable conditions sticking around. Slightly coolest to start though, before reaching maximums of 25 degrees at Evans Head, 25 also the top in Ballina and Lismore, a little warmer at Murwillumbah, 27 degrees there. Taking a look at coastal conditions, 1 metre seas on the Byron and Gold Coasts with swell at 2 metres and southerly winds up to 20 knots for both. We'll have the low tide tomorrow morning at around 11:40 with the afternoon high just after 5:30. Sun to rise at 6:03 and setting at 5:32. 26 degrees the top in Tweed Heads tomorrow. A few clouds about, but certainly nothing too substantial. Much the same again on Tuesday and remaining fine and still warm all the way through to Friday, and clouds and light showers returning there for next weekend. In Ballina, it is set to remain mostly blue skies on Monday and Tuesday for a top of 25 degrees. Chilly overnight lows only down to around 13 degrees until Thursday. And in Lismore tomorrow, we're set to reach up into the mid-20s as well, eventually creeping back up into the high 20s to low 30s later in the week. A few showers possible there next Saturday. Even warmer in Grafton, getting up to 32 and 33 next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday and Thursday. And taking a look at surfing conditions across our local beaches, it was certainly right up at Park Beach on the mid-north coast. We should see similar conditions again tomorrow. So, Jane, it's shaping up to be a really nice week. Cool mornings and plenty of blue sky days.
Sounds good. I think you've made the holiday makers very happy. Thank you, Lauren. And that is the NBN news for this Sunday. Married at First Sight is up next, and the late news at 11 p.m. From all the team here, including those behind the scenes, thanks for your company. Good night.